And good afternoon, good morning, good evening. The order is a little bit out of sync, but hope you guys are doing very well wherever you are in the big wide world. We're back and we are live and we're streaming. Obviously, today is a rest day here in the Isle of Man. So what does that mean? That means, of course, we are playing Entitled Tuesday, the premiere event being held on chess.com. Because what else is there to do in the Isle of Man? Since the weather is so gloomy, it's already pretty dark, it's rainy, and it's just not all that exciting outside. So, Anyway, you guys, we are going to be streaming Title 2 today. We will be here on Twitch all day, obviously. So that is what we are doing. Shopping, yes, shopping is possible, I suppose, but that's not my jam. So who do we have on the list? We have Wesley So is playing, Fabiano is playing, we have Bluebaum, Pravian, pretty standard so far. Thank you so much to let me get the list. Thank you so much to Mojo for the Prime. Thank you to Fishbomb for the Prime. Thank you so much to 6900 for the Tier 1. Reno Plays for the Tier 1. Thank you to Patrick Hartog, Hamster Ham for the 39 months. Thank you so much to Health Kitchen Ninja for the 34. Thank you to Classic Cal Chess Sucks for the 19 months. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the resubs, you guys. We're going to be starting in a second, so just give me 1 second. So, all right. Starting in about a minute 18, the Isle of Women would not be that boring. Very funny, you guys. Very, very boring. Why am I not simultaneously streaming? Because I'm streaming on Twitch right now. I mean, I haven't really been following this stuff with like the simultaneous streaming, what's allowed, what isn't allowed, all that stuff. I leave that to my team, obviously. But today I feel like streaming on Twitch. Thank you to Kino World Champion for the 42. Thank you to Cart Denied for the 21 months. Thank you so much to Punterface for the 31-month resub as well. Thank you so much, David the Great, David the Great for 406. Thank you so much to AJ Whip for the 6 months. Thank you so much to Fisher and Chips for the 17 months. Thank you so much to Jay Oxmore for the 25 months as well. Thank you so much to Nutmeg Nars for the 4 months. So thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate all the resubs. Hikaru, would you say you're better than Magnus Carlsen? No. I don't think I have any right to say that. I don't think Fabiano does. I don't think any player really has any right to say that, except maybe Gary Kimovich-Kasparov himself. So, all right, thank you so much to Paul Tom for the 5. Thank you so much to Mr. Dorkenstein, I think that is, if I misread that, or Korkenstein for the 23 months. Thank you so much, appreciate it. So, all right, we're starting here in 14 seconds. Is it allowed to multicast? Probably it is. Again, like I said, I've been on the road for a long time, so I haven't really been following super closely. But yeah, we'll be streaming the event today. We have some other stuff to cover. Obviously, there's chess.com's report, or not report, but what they had their State of the Union yesterday about cheating in Title Tuesday. I'll probably also talk a little bit about some kick stuff as well as play B3 and Bishop B2. Keep it very simple here. We should be in emote mode only. Let me put in emote just to keep it simple. There we go. All right, let's go Bishop B2. I'll probably play D4 next move. Hopefully music sound is good too. Numa, yay. Gonna go E3, D4, try to play for the center as always. He can either go for E6 or G6. He plays D5, so I think I'll play Bishop B5 this time, probably go for Knight E5. Here, let's just castle, very simple so far. Let's play D3, I'll take and go Knight E5 in a second. Alright, plays Knight B8, interesting. So I'll go Knight B D2, probably E4 here. Try to play in the center of the board. I should be a little bit better here. He takes, but I think there are going to be some issues here, unless I'm missing something. The center of the board doesn't look particularly great for black. There might be C4, E5, maybe E5 right away. So I think I'm doing pretty well in this position. Okay, he goes Bishop E7. Now I could play E5 and C4. I can also just go C4 right away. The big question is, I think I should just play C4, E5, take away the square from the horse, and then jump with my horse. And he can't play E5 because that hangs a pawn. So I should be doing very well here. See what he does. We should be pretty good. Let me just move OBS over here. Yeah, board looks good. Okay, let's play E5, attack the knight. Goes Knight G4. I can play Rook E1. I can also go Queen E2. I think Queen E2 is better to play H3 and G4. Again, I really like my position here. I think my opponent's in quite a bit of trouble, potentially. Question is, do I want to play H3? Or should I just play, like, Rook D1? I think I'll just go H3, G4. Just take away the squares right away. If F6, I can trade in G5 to fork him. So he doesn't really have F6 available. E6 also very weak here. See what he does. Thank you so much to GNA Limbo for the 7. Thank you to Needbo for the 10 months. Thank you so much to Enzo Teixeira for the 24. Thank you to Gurkhan Wandharu for the for the resub as well. Thank you so much to Luca Pala for the 10 months. Thank you so much to Vinny Chase for the 34. Goes Rook FD8. Okay, now I'm going to play 94, of course. So thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for the resubs. Goes King H8, so he's Knight G8, which is what I sort of expected. I'm feeling like there should be some tricks with Knight D6 to open up the scope somewhere. Like Knight D6 here, maybe, because I have Bishop E5 to hit the queen. And it's getting very scary. He's got a lot of weaknesses in here. If he goes Rook B8, I can even just go Rook D3, do the double stack. And I think it's very, very hard. There might also be Rook B8. There might be Rook B8 G5 to undermine the horse and potentially just win the game right on the spot. I guess I'll pre-move E6 if he doesn't take. It won't be executed. If he doesn't take on D6, I'm not really sure what he's doing here, though. So he takes. Also, I realized Rook D6, there's Queen E5 as well, not even just Bishop E5. Okay, Queen B6. I could just stack the rooks, but I feel like there should be a knockout blow here somehow. Okay, G5, Knight F5 looks wrong. Rook D2 and Rook D1 looks completely fine, but there should be something better here. Maybe I go Knight G5. I don't know if this is the right move, but the point is if he ever takes, I always have Queen E5. I mean, there's so many weaknesses here that I feel like I should be in really, really good shape. At least this is what it feels like to me. Okay, he goes Knight G6, logical move. F4 is possible, F4, F5 maybe. There's also Queen F3. I think I'm going to hit the pawn on F7. I also have Queen C3 to hit the diagonal, and I think I should be winning pretty soon. Goes King G8, Queen C3, F6 takes. I don't have an actual win, unfortunately. I could go Knight E4, but I don't like it. This guy's hanging in there. He's being surprisingly resourceful so far. Still should be a way to win, though. I think I'm just going to go Knight E4 to guard the pawn. If F5, I can just go back, and I think he's losing on the diagonals, probably. It was Queen C6. I think there's Queen C3. Queen C3, E5, maybe. Okay, but so what? Let's hit the pawn. If he goes F6, of course, I'm going to sack. Actually, I could have maybe gone Knight F6 right away and won the game. Knight F6 might have just been winning, but he goes D5. Okay, let's go. I need to be a little bit careful. Queen E3, back, Rook F1. I think Rook E1 is good, because F6 I'm always going to play G5 to rip open the structure. See what he does here. He's getting very low on time, too, which is going to make this very difficult. He goes Rook D7, which I think... I thought I had some trick with Rook D5, but maybe I don't. Wait a second. Again, there should be a way to win here somehow. But I don't see it, which is interesting. There's maybe maybe I just go for it. I'm probably just going to sack the rook. Let me make sure this works. So takes, F6, takes. Yeah, I think this works with the AA battery. I think he's just losing on the diagonal, unless I'm missing something very obvious. But I think with the AA battery here on this diagonal, I should be checkmating him. And of course I get to sack the rook, obviously, to try and go for it, which for the memes is very good. So I take, I sack, of course. He has to stop it, sack. And I think mate can't be stopped on the diagonal. He goes here to cover, like he goes here, then there's Queen G7 mate. So he can't cover both the squares, and we get the one with powerful queen and the powerful bishop on the diagonal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, good first game. Very, very good. Okay, it's using time, but I don't think there's any way to stop checkmate here. Just, yeah, check and mate. There we go. All right, we get the win. 1 up, 1 down. So far, so good. Thank you so much to Actuator for the 11 T-Boils as well. Thank you so much to Erica for the 46. Thank you so much for the resubs. Thank you so much to Feline for the 50-month Feline for the 50-month resub. Thank you so much to Feline. Appreciate it. Thank you so much to sorry, it's too small, so I move it over from the second monitor. Thank you so much to where's everybody else? Machine Gun Laffy for the 6 months. Thank you so much to Arturo for the 9 months. Thank you so much to Crossing Man for the 48 months. Thank you so much to Ocan for the 23 months. Thank you so much to D Dobby with the Prime. Thank you so much to Galaxy for the 6 months as well. Thank you so much for the resubs, you guys. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Cannot complain so far. Sorry, just playing around with my setup here because it is what it is. Thank you so much to Dragon X Rider for the 6 and Moonsies for the 4 months as well. Appreciate it. So, all right, so far so good. 1 up, 1 down. Round number 2 coming up pretty soon. Let's see, what do we have? Fabiano is still playing. He's playing as Fabiano is in serious danger. Fabiano is in trouble against a CM, which after yesterday's conversation, I'm not sure what Fabiano is going to think. Yeah, rook b4 and draw the game. I mean, rook b4, obviously. Okay, he's just going to sack. So, Fabiano going to draw the first game. Easy money rider for the 14 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so game ends in a draw. Fabiano draws the first round against a 2,500. That might only cause Fabiano to again think that his numbers are correct when they are not correct about cheating on chess.com. Thank you, Chess Zombie, for the 26, 12 fan for the 30. Thank you to Mara for the Prime as well. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Who else is playing? Benjamin Box still playing the first round. He is also struggling against 2,500. Very likely going to be a draw as well. State of chess, yes, exactly. State of chess, exactly. Sure. Can I check the game, please? No, I mean, we're going to have the next game starting pretty soon, so... yeah, I mean, this obviously should be a draw, but we'll see. Thank you so much to the Jimmy Butler for 17... Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. Thank you so much to Jimmy Butler for the 17-month resub. Thank you so much to Gary Hybrid for the 10 months, or the... Yeah, for the 19 months as well. Thank you so much. A hotel is big. I'm not in a hotel. For those of you guys who are wondering, I am not in a hotel. I'm actually in an Airbnb here in the Isle of Man. Because, like, the hotels... I've stayed in hotels in the past. I was not particularly fond of my stays in the hotels. So, yeah, I figured it's more realistic to just, you know, just chill and, just chill in an Airbnb. Okay. How many moves have these guys made? It's got to be somewhere close to 50 already. So, alright. Anyway, first round going to be in the books in a second. I mean, yeah, finally we got the 50 move repetition. So, round 1 in the books, it looks like there might still be a game or two going on. So, what do I think of Ramzan, the Uzbeki player? He is having a great tournament so far. Anish tried to squeeze yesterday for like 7 hours, it felt like. Wasn't able to get it done. I mean, very clearly he's a GM. I don't know if he hasn't had opportunities or what, but he's holding his own against the absolute best players in the world, and it's very, very impressive. Very impressive. So, all good. Okay, round 2 should be starting in a second. Okay, here we go. We're playing Dejano from somewhere. Alright, let me go in E mode, of course. It was E4. Let's play A6 in honor of Cagnus Marlson, who's actually very much missing from the Isle of Man. Let's play E6 and D5 here, I guess. Let's go D5, E5, probably C5 here. Okay, I'll play C5. Probably I'm going to play Bishop D7 with ideas like Bishop B5, maybe Queen B6 as well. It was A4, something a little bit sus to me. Let's play Knight C6, hit the pawn. I mean, he's giving me a free square on B4. I think I'll just take and go check, probably. I could also go Queen B6, maybe. But let's just go for the check. And I'll just go Knight E7, probably rook C8, maybe H6. Probably rook C8 first is better. I just want to make sure there's no tricks like Knight G5, but here I always have H6. Who's there? Now, I could take... I think now I will take, because there's no Bishop A3 anymore, so I'm going to go here. Without this Bishop A3 idea, I think I should be fine. I'm going to play H6 next move, almost for sure. Or Knight C4, depending. See what he does. Could have played H6 first too, but I don't really think any of these ideas make sense. So If it was rook c1, I could play knight c4. If h6, is he going to go knight d2? Probably. So knight c4 looks like just the correct move. So if he takes, I'm going to get a lot of pressure on a4. I've got the Great Bastion. I've got the Connect 4. And everything's looking very good. See what he does here. I guess I'll play... Okay, he goes queen b3, which looks very questionable to me. I feel like all his pieces are heading towards the wrong side of the board when he needs to be attacking on the king side. So I'm going to go b5. I'll take with the bishop here. Now their idea is to maybe trade some knights, maybe just castle h6. I should be doing very well, because generally in these positions, white needs to be going this way. And white's kind of put all his pieces on the queen side. So he goes bishop g5. I'll play h6 to attack the bishop, obviously. Maybe h6 not best, but still probably good enough. I'm threatening bishop a4 now to touch the rook. I have knight f5 as well, so this is looking very good. And I've got the outside pawn, so I can start pushing the p. Goes there. I think I'm going to play knight f5. I don't really care if he trades. Because here I've always got this outside pawn, so I'm going to start pushing p pretty soon. And once I start pushing p, it should get really bad for my opponent. Really bad. He goes bishop g3, which I don't like at all. Oh, can I trap the... Do I have this and rook b8? Maybe to trap the queen? I think I'm trapping his Pokemon. I've got rook b8 and rook c8 and it's GG, why not? So another good win. 2 out of 2 most likely, unless I'm blundering something. What I don't think I am. Okay, so he takes, but this still lets me play rook b8 and rook c8 here, which... I can also take the rook on d1. Maybe... Wait a second. Let's think. If I go rook b8... I mean, I have been playing a lot of classical chess, so this is where I'm up a minute on the clock. I should try to do some proper calculation. This looks right. d6, a5, a3 covered, a4 covered by the queen. And if he takes, I just take with the pawn. Yeah, on queen c5, I go rook c8, and this should be winning very soon. Good start, good start. 2 out of 2. See what he does here. Okay, so he's tanking to some degree. Now, I realize I can also just take the rook, because why not? If I take the rook here, I'm up material, but I still have rook c8. So I think rook c8, I mean, this knight just dominates the queen. The queen simply has no squares available, so I think that it's still just GG no matter what he does. I mean, rook c8 might have been simpler, but I'll do it now. And again, the knight dominates the queen. Okay, sacks. I'll take the queen, of course. I want to keep the b file, keep the queen on this file, and I can also just play here, trade off, and just push p. I'm going to push p, get a second queen, and win the game. Also, there's an ice skater on the back rank. So he resigns 2 out of 2. So far, so good. Let's see who's still playing. Let's watch Daniel Naroditsky, who is playing against I Am Rosen. And I Am Rosen is actually doing well against Daniel. There's b5 here. Will he play b5 is a big question. Goes knight c5, a move that I also like. Rook a2. Daniel could still win this game. I think very likely it's going to be a draw if Eric plays precise, like maybe h5, run the king up. There's always b5 if he wants to draw as well. Yeah, he does play h5, so take king h7, king h6. I mean, Daniel's in a lot of trouble here because the rook is behind the passed pawn. A lot of trouble. Very, very bad position. So we have the trade knight e4, king c2, probably knight f6, I guess. It's also knight f2 and a2, maybe. Maybe knight c3 back. Just knight g4 and knight h6 should be winning as well. Not knight e3, because then there's rook h2. Plays g5, another good move from Eric. Probably rook a8. Eric, by the way, doing very, very well. Just king g7, maybe. Knight e3 also just good. Yeah, just knight e3, and Eric's going to win this game, most likely. King g7. Okay, g4, g3 is good. Knight c4 is good. e4 is good. Literally, all moves lead to Rome for, all moves lead to Rome here for Eric. King g6. Just, I don't know, g4 maybe. Rook b5, rook b2 also pretty good too. Yeah, now probably just rook b5, rook b2. Witty alien is incoming? I don't know what you mean by that. Rook b5 is pretty straightforward here. Plays b5, which is still good enough. King f7, of course. Eric's got to move a little bit quicker, though. Eric's a little bit too slow here. King F5? I mean, I guess takes are still B4. B4, of course. Why is Eric so slow? Yeah, now probably rook D5 or rook A6. I mean, everything's just good enough. Knight E3, Knight D6, rook B7. Eric? G3. And he tricked him with Knight E4. Nice move from Eric. Yeah, now of course, just Knight F6. Deanna's going to hang the rook on purpose. Wow, big win from Eric Rosen. Very, very impressive game from Eric, continuing on his success in Doha. Wins the second game, 2 out of 2. So, pretty normal stuff so far. A few upsets. Let's see who else is still playing. Renato's playing. What else do we have here? Okay, Renato wins. Third round should be starting pretty soon. Hikaru thinks faster than I can type? Okay. Fair enough. Will I play the late title Tuesday? Probably not. I don't think I will play late title Tuesday. It's possible, but fairly unlikely, I would say. Fairly unlikely. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Get rook B8. If rook A6, rook B6 here. Rook A8. Rook D6, probably king D5. King E6, white should be winning. Let's see what else we have. Nico Theodoro, who also, by the way, is playing here in the Isle of Man, is playing his game. Okay, of course, this should be a draw, too. Have I ever played Counter-Strike? Years and years and years ago. I played it years ago. Yeah. Thoughts on the pairing tomorrow? I mean, it's a pairing. Like, I mean, you can't really, like, get super excited or unhappy or whatever. I mean, it's just, you know, you're going to play strong players. So that's just how it goes. So, all right, waiting for round number 2 to end. How did I find Chess.com's anti-cheating updates yesterday? I think they were not too shocking overall. I mean, that's the only part that I really listened to. They essentially said something like, they said like 1% have been caught cheating. I think 3% have, 3% is the number they put it around of actual cheating. I mean, that sounded fairly normal to me. Like, you know, I know a lot of people took the comment that I made in Doha out of context, and once, you know, I started thinking about the actual tournament with the number of players, with it being like 600 players versus 100 players, I mean, it became very clear to me that number's lower. I mean, really the question that I would have on those numbers is, so say, for example, that it's like, let's just use an even number of like, let's just say cheating is 5% in Title Tuesday, just to use a number. Let's just say it's 5%. So 5% is 5 people out of 100. So if you break it down into groups, and I know it doesn't work like this, but let's just assume there are 100 players who are between 2,800 and, say, 3,200. How many in that bracket are cheating? How many in 27 to 28 are cheating, and so forth? The audio is low, that's on your end. The sound is very good according to everybody else. Yeah, sorry, the sound is on your end, not my end. Let's play Knight F3. We're in round number 3. Okay, I'll put it back in emote. There we go. Yeah, that's on your end, dude. Not on my end. So, alright, let's play D4. Bishop E2, of course. Play E3. Probably Bishop E2 here. He goes A5. I'll play C4 here. Plays A4. B4 is a move here. I'm going to go for it. I don't know if this is good or not. Actually, C5, I can also just play A3. What am I doing? Of course, it's completely fine. Go C5, I'll play A3 to guard my structure here. I feel like I've had this against this guy before. I don't know who this is, but I feel like I've had this for some reason. Goes Bishop F5 logical. I can play Knight C3. I can also go like Knight F D2. I can also just play Knight B D2. But I do want to be a little bit careful with how I play this. So I think what I'm going to do here... So I think I'm just going to castle first. I'm going to sort of ask him what he's doing. So if he goes Knight C6, I have B5 and then Knight B D2 maybe to win the pawn. So let's see what his plan is. I could have also gone Knight C3 and maybe Knight A4 right away. Like, I was worried that on Knight C3 there's Knight E4. But maybe I could have just taken. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I think Knight C3 is a better move, but okay, he goes Knight D7, so wait. So now we've reached another big moment, because I do have knight c3. I can take the pawn and take. He has knight e4, so I also have knight h4 here to hit the bishop, maybe. If I go knight c3, knight b6, knight h4, maybe. Wait a second. If I take knight bd7... I'm thinking too long here, actually. I think I'm just going to play knight h4 and hit the bishop right away. I don't know what's the best move, because I think knight c3 is also an option, but... It's what I'm going to do. I suspect there was something better. I suspect knight c3, knight b6, some take on c5, or some in-between knight h4 probably was very good for me. But I didn't really see it, so this makes a lot of sense, too. I feel like I'm doing very well here, though, because it just looks like a good position. You can play a3, but then I go bishop a1. I've got the nice pawns here in the center. He goes b5, which to me looks kind of insane, but maybe it's not. If I play c5, I mean, I guess he's trying to play for queenside. Whatever, I should play c5 anyway. It's the logical move. He goes queen b8, which is sort of what I expected. I have bishop f3. I also have bishop a3, which I think is more logical. Oh, I had queen d3, which was just... Actually, queen d3 was just winning the game, I think. Yeah, queen a3 was just winning the game. Yeah, that was a mistake for me, but whatever. There's also probably c6, which was also winning too, but that's life. Oh, maybe not, because queen e3 might have been takes b4, maybe. Maybe not so simple. Goes rook d8, but now queen d3 I think is just winning, because takes, the bishop guards. What am I missing? I'm confused. What am I missing? I don't think I am missing anything. It's takes, I just take. And the bishop guards the pawn. Again, there was maybe c6, but who cares? Only problem for me is this knight, which I'd prefer to be on f3, not h4. But otherwise, my position looks very good. Goes knight d5, I expected that. Okay, now I play like rook fc1. At bishop f... I had bishop f3 too, maybe, which was probably also good, but whatever. See what he does. I should have c6 and queen b5, which does look very, very good for me. I don't really see any other options. He plays e5, which... Okay, c6, knight b6, bishop f3, knight f6. Maybe I just... but takes, ed4. Takes, e4. Also play knight f3. Actually, I could also just take... Actually, wait, if I take, the knight's just under attack. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Takes... Wait, actually, this just wins. Because the knight's just under attack here. The knight's just under attack. And if he takes, I can take with the rook, take the pawn as GG. So we're going to get another good win. 3 up, 3 down, I think. Assuming I'm not missing something very obvious, I just take with the bishop, take the pawn. Oh, actually, I let him get a3. Wait, why did I... Wait a second. Did I just blunder this? What am I doing? Why did I take this pawn? Oh, no. Did I just actually blunder the game? I'm up a pawn at the very least, though, but yeah, this is stupid of me. If I play... Wait, okay. Rook a1's a move. It doesn't look right. Actually, it probably is right, though. Let's play it. Wait, but now... I can take, and I have rook c8 at the end, and I'm winning. A little bit sloppy by me, but it's going to be good enough to get the win. A little bit sloppy. Because now I have rook c8 at the end. Oh, he's got bishop f6, which I actually missed. But it doesn't actually matter, I don't think. So I have bishop d6. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because when he takes, I still checkmate him anyway on back rank. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He still is losing. Okay, we got the win, 3 out of 3, good stuff. Let's see who else is playing. Pull up some other games. Okay, Jocelyn was playing against Fear. Jocelyn much better here. Although maybe it's going to be a draw, actually. Now that I look at his 4 pawns. I thought it was 3v3. It's actually 4 pawns. So probably h5 should draw somewhere in here. Like h5, rook h4. h5, rook h4. h5. h5. Okay, I guess Fear's just going to make the draw. There's always h5 if he ever chooses to play it, but he isn't playing it. Isn't Jocelyn from Peru? Yes, but he always switches his flag all over the place, so it's not too surprising. There's, again, h5 here. Fear is very happy just with a draw here. So, we get rook e5. Okay, again, h5 always a draw. Or f5, obviously, is more than enough. Probably just bishop e4. I guess you can go h3 and h5 here to draw. Yeah, there's just h3, so Jocelyn's gonna have to make the draw. Have I played Predka over the board before? I played him once in the World Rapid and Blitz in, I think, Kazakhstan, but I could be wrong. I did play him once. Yeah. Are you aware of the new camera angle in Isle of Man broadcast from the board level through the pieces? I am aware of it. I mean, I don't have a strong opinion either way, but... oh, I played Predka in 2019? No, I played Predka in Kazakhstan, I think. I mean, it could have been further back, but I doubt it somehow. So, all right. But yeah, the camera angle is definitely unusual, but I mean, it's not like some massively weird thing, or it doesn't like change anything at all. So, okay, we have bishop e6, probably rook f8 or rook f1, just move the rook all over the place. Game's gonna be a draw pretty soon. What are my thoughts on Mishra sharing more support needed? I think it's fair. I mean, my general attitude towards the whole thing is that this is not some new problem. And I mean, I find the general tone of the whole interview, just in general, to be a little bit... I don't know. The tone doesn't feel particularly positive. It feels a lot like it's complaining about the current situation. I mean, chess is obviously, you know, it's a game. Let's be clear. It's a game that people play. But I mean, essentially asking for lots and lots of money or expecting the government to support it, I think is perhaps, at least in the U.S. for sure, a bridge too far. So I don't know. Like the whole thing to me, it's not like it isn't an issue. But at the end of the day, if you're playing chess, it's not because of the money. I mean, it never has been because of the money, for anybody. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much he was saying. It sounded like it was something essentially along the lines of 70K. That's what I saw somewhere. Again, that I didn't watch the whole thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, to me, expecting the government to support it or complaining about that, I mean, you know, people make sacrifices. I didn't get any other than the Sanford Fellowship, which I think I got from the ages of 18 to. I think I got 18 and 19, 2 years, which is $32,000 a year. I had no actual support, like sponsors, until St. Louis came along in 2009, when I was already well established, over 20. Well, maybe not well established, but I was over 2,700. And also when Red Bull came around, and I'm gonna guess like 2012 maybe. So I mean, nobody really has some massive support, and that's the thing. I mean, to me, that's a little bit strange. Also, yes, you're right. The Mishra did win 40 grand in St. Louis. I mean, he won $40,000 in the U.S. Championship, so it's not like it's there's nothing there's no money. So, all right, we're on 3 out of 3, waiting for the end of the third round to finish. Okay, there's one more game still going. Okay, this will be a draw, obviously. Well, to be clear, you guys, that's Mishra's father. That's not Mishra. That's not Mishra himself. And I mean, you guys like don't take it out of context. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, everywhere is different. In a place like India, chess is valued very highly. In a place like the U.S., chess obviously is not valued very highly at all. Now we're playing Goddess, so let's try to focus here. Actually, no, let's not focus. Let's just play chess. Actually, let me put an emote. Wait, what just happened? Play c4, I guess. Reach for the sky. Bailamos. Let's go here. Again, all pretty standard so far. Gonna play for e5. Let's just castle. I should have probably played e5 right away. Although now I do have the e5 somewhere. Maybe f6 is a move too. I could play rook d8. I could also go h6 and g5 maybe. I think I'm just going to go h6. I don't know if it's a good move, but it's a move, nonetheless. He wants to go bishop c2. Okay, logical. Again, e5 always an option here, but it's very drawish if I play e5. If I drop back, there's nothing special. g5 always... I'm going to go g5. It's probably not the move I would normally play here. But I kind of don't just want to make a draw, if that makes sense. So, that's why I'm going to play it. It goes bishop c2, which I don't like, actually. Because now I can take and probably go f5, I thought. Maybe not. We'll see. If g4, I can always take and go g3. I also have e5 again looming. There's also e6, I guess, after g4. My position feels pretty good. I don't know if it actually is good. I'll pre-move this in case he plays b3, because I think it's a very reasonable move. Yeah, he does it. Yeah, Gada's kind of trying to flatten the board here and make a draw, and this is not what I was hoping for, that's for sure. I don't really want to trade, but I guess I should. Maybe I've got e5. I also have g4 here, maybe. Actually, let's go g4. Let's go e5, try to play in the center of the board here. I should be better. It's really a question of whether I'm a little bit better or much better. I think I'm better. Actually, I'm not 100% sure that I am better, but I think I should be better. It looks like I should be better. He goes b4. I'm going to go b6. b5, I have knight a5, of course. I just want to go rook c7 here, guard the pawn, move the knight, pressure the pawn. Like, knight here guards the pawn on d5, and there's a lot of pressure on the pawn on c3 here. So, I think I'm doing very well. Also, he's got this horrible knight on h2 that's simply not in the game. Like, if he goes f3, I can always just go h5. And the knight can try to reroute, but I think Gada's in some serious trouble. Now, the question is, probably knight e7, because I have knight c8 here, too. Wait, okay, let's think about this. If I take, he wants to go knight d4, logical. I do have rook c3 first, but that maybe is a move, but I don't like it. So let's just take. Expected that. Like, I feel like I'm better here, but how do I prove? Maybe, no, knight c8 hangs knight e6, so I can't do that. Let's go here. I think I'm going to reroute my knight to d6 maybe somewhere. Still tricky. I mean, I know I'm better if I play this precisely, but let's go here. Hit the pawn on c3, of course. He goes rook a3. I expected that. There's king f6, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll go here. Guard the pawn. I have this, and knight d6 as well, which is my whole idea. I had knight d6 first, too, maybe, which could have been playable. Okay, let's go here, I guess. Because now knight c6, I can maybe even sack on b5. Or go knight c4, too. Or go a5. Got a lot of ideas here that should be playable. He goes knight d2, which I really don't like. I should be much better here if I'm precise. I think I'll... How do I do this? So I'll take. Play like rook c8. Gada's got a very, very bad knight on d2. Takes the e-pawn, which to me looks kind of crazy. If I go rook c8... I think I'll go here and hit the pawn. Okay, I expected that. I can always start to expand on the king side somewhere. Maybe I'll just go back. Trying to squeeze this into a win, but it's not easy. On the other hand, his knight on d2 is very, very bad. Like, I can always go rook e2 here to hit the knight, and then knight c4 also. And if he goes knight f1, knight c4, his knight is completely boxed out of play. That's just GG. All right, Gada. Unlucky. Unlucky. Maybe Gada's going to hit the report button. Maybe. We got the win, 4 out of 4. Now let's keep moving forward. I think just in general, it was just a bad position for Gada for most of the game. Yeah, like, I was supposed to go a5 here. Better choice, but still. Yeah, I guess computer thinks it's okay here after knight c1, which is interesting. But I think in general, it's just a very unpleasant endgame. So we got the win. We moved to 4 out of 4. Very, very good stuff. This means we are going to be on our first break of the day. So we're on 4 out of 4. Let's see who's still playing. Okay, where are the games? Let's pull up on Draken's game. Okay, on Draken's position, Draken is in a lot of trouble here. Draken in trouble. There's d2 probably. What are you guys saying? Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Yes, exactly. It's been a while, you guys, since I've done like a proper stream. I did one stream here on Saturday, I think, for the Bullet Brawl, but I have. Oh, was there not knight g6 here? Oh no, knight g6, I guess queen c5 and takes. Yeah, I did a stream on Saturday for the Bullet Brawl. That's the only I did one stream in Doha as well, which was I think on the rest day as well there. I forgot what day of the week it was. Maybe it was like a Wednesday or something. But in general, like I just haven't done many streams for a while. Primarily because I've been playing a lot of chess tournaments, unfortunately. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast, as they say. Andrea, by the way, in a lot of trouble. Rook c8 and Rook c1 is probably GG very, very soon. Yeah, Rook c8 and Rook c1 is, I think, almost game over on the spot. There's also Queen d4, obviously, but Rook c8 looks correct. I thought there might have been Rook d5 and Rook d1 there. I feel like there's Rook d... Oh my god, he just blundered a pawn on d2. Andregan's gonna win this game now due to the weakness around the Black King, most likely. Yeah, he's probably gonna... Maybe not. Yeah. Bishop d4? Rook c7? I mean... There's like Queen f5 or something. Bishop e5, of course. e5? Queen f5? He misses it. Gotta go. Bishop f2 is fine, but no one's gonna play that in their right mind. Yeah, too low on time. Move. Gotta move. Rook c6? Wow, eyeball too slow. Andregan gets a miracle win there. Miracle win. He should have lost that game. Miracle win. Alright, so what else do we have? We have Vincent Keimer, who's still playing against Ranadu. Keimer also playing here as well. I don't know how I missed the Rook c1 idea. It was very, very strange, but whatever. Okay, Keimer wins. He's also, I think, on 4 out of 4. So some of the big dogs who are here playing in the tournament also off to a good start in Title Tuesday. Is Fabiano still playing, by the way? Because I haven't seen if he's still in the event. But I would assume he is. So... Alright, back to things, subs again. Thank you so much to Endipy for the Prime. Thank you to Mantovanti for the Prime. Thank you so much to Luke Holdy for the Tier 1. Thank you to Life Taker for the Prime. Thank you so much to Rod F. Nom for the 27 months. Thank you to Fan of the 5 time for 17. Anton Pease for the 7 months. Thank you so much to Dankpon for the 25. Neeks for the 18 months. Thank you so much to ZST for the 2 months. Thank you so much to Unot for the 10. Thank you to Overmind for the 10 months as well. Thank you so much to Elan Sonnenberg for the 29-month reset. Thank you to MyVeet for the 11. Thank you so much to Hello 3179 for the 14 months. Thank you so much to the 68 for the 16 months. Thank you so much to Goldman Shock for the 22. Itchy and Scratchy for the 26. Gunmark for the 30-month reset. Thank you so much to Ali WWW for the 25-month reset. Thank you so much to D-Man for the 19th. Thank you so much to PSW Smurf for the 20 months. Thank you so much to Andrew for the 6-month resub as well. And thank you to Who Hung What for the 15 months. Thank you to King Me for the 20 months. Thank you so much to JJ the Bullet Lover. Thank you so much to JJ the Bullet Lover. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much to Lucky Viewer for the 35-month resub as well. Still 3 games going. Let's see what we have here. Still 2 left. Someone said Fabi lost to Mishra. Did Fabiano play Mishra? Did Fabiano play Mishra? That's pretty funny if Fabi played Mishra and lost, actually. Fabiano not having a good Title Tuesday again, which is kind of brutal. Oh, they said Mitraba. Okay, Mitraba, not Mishra. Okay, fair enough. All right, 1 game left. This is over. I think all the games are over, so I'm going to go use the restroom. We'll be right back, you guys. We have our classic 6-minute break between rounds 4 and 5, so I'll be back in 1 second. Thank you so much to Steve Martin for 30 months, and I will be right back in 1 second, you guys. All right, everyone. So we are back, of course. We're on the 6-minute break. Thank you to Black Hat for the 21-month reset. Thanks so much to Levon for the 16-month reset. Thanks so much to Levon. All right. So we are back. We're on 4 out of 4, along with many other players. So far, pretty standard event. There are 475 players playing in Title Tuesday. Pieces look nice. Where are you? Or her place looks nice. Yeah, so I am currently in the Isle of Man. I am staying in an Airbnb. Not staying at one of the hotels. So I stayed at hotels in past years when I played here. I wasn't particularly impressed per se, and I kind of also wanted to have a kitchen as well. So for those reasons, I decided to stay in an Airbnb over a hotel. So that's the bottom line. All right, so we're going to be starting with round number 5 in a second, you guys. Big shout out to everybody who's watching right now. Hope you guys are doing very well. Why not in the Isle of Woman? Exactly, yes. Yeah. Good one. All right, so we're on the break for probably another 3-4 minutes. Thank you so much for the stream saver for the 18 months. How's the food? Food is good. Food is good. I've eaten out a couple of times, but most of the time, it's just cooking at home. I mean, you just go get your food at Tesco, or actually, most of the food that we've gotten is from Marks and Spencer's. So like, it's just classic British staple. So yeah, Marks and Spencer's is a pretty good food. Can't complain about it. So yeah, mostly doing that. Thank you so much, J.R. Schwartz for the 18 months. Thank you so much, Guchak. It's actually weird on the screen. I can't see it clearly. Thanks so much, Gok for the 14 months. Because it's like, it's enlarged, but it's also, I left the cover on the secondary screen, so it's like, there are little bubbles everywhere. Do you know who Witty Alien is now? I don't know who Witty Alien is, no. I know what you're saying, but anyway. So, yeah. What am I drinking? We're in the I should say we're in a dependency of the UK. We're not in the UK. But I'm just drinking some classic tea, because that's what you drink when you're in the UK. And if you're in the UK and you don't drink tea, there's something wrong with you, of course. Rich guy shopping at Marks and Spencer. Is there something wrong with Marks and Spencer? It seems pretty good. It seems pretty good. So for me, I'm pretty good. It's all good. So yeah. So we're gonna be starting, I think, with round 5 pretty soon. Let's see. Did I catch Vita Hans's game? I was out at dinner last night. I mean, I did see, of course, that Vita won that game. Vita lucky look for the 14. I was actually quite happy for Vita, mainly because I feel like Vita is a player who, first of all, obviously is a very nice guy, but besides being a nice guy, he's a very strong player. But it seems as though he always collapses at critical moments. Whenever he's like on the brink of having a really good result, something really bad happens. For example, in the FIDE Grand Prix in Berlin, he lost both games to Richard Rapport, kind of collapsed in that Grand Prix. FIDE World Cup, he had a very unfortunate mishap against Abasov, I think it was. And I feel like somehow something always goes wrong for Vita whenever he's really close to the promised land. So it looked like he was actually trying very hard to kind of mess it up as well yesterday, but he kept it together. Thank you so much to thank you so much 74 Mark for the 10, Jay Kennedy for the 7. Thank you so much to David Bridgeman for the Prime as well. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it. Vita started meditating recently. I think he's been meditating for a long time. So basically, he chokes. I don't know if that's the right word, but it just seems like when it's the moments of maximum pressure, somehow something goes wrong, even though he's shown on many occasions that he's more than strong enough. So yeah, it's what it is. All right, where is round number 5? Okay, here we go. Round number 5. We're playing Fandorine. So, let's play Knight of 3 anyway. Let's go E mode only, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Plays D5. Which one do I want to play? I kind of want to actually play something more normal. Let's play D4. Play C4. Let's play a Catalan here. See what he does. Maybe I'll play an early Queen C2 line, Bishop G2 available. Which one do I want to play here? Let's play Knight C3. Is C6. I guess I'll just play B3 here in castles, probably. A5 seems a little bit weird to me. Okay, he's gonna go for this. Okay, I see his plan. He's trying to do something on the queen side. I think I'll play Queen D3, maybe E4 here to open it up. I think E4 is playable. Just trying to make sure that it is, but it looks playable. So I can obviously trade. I can also go like Rook E1 maybe. I can also play Bishop E2. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, I think Rook D. I know there's something here that's fine, but I need to be very precise. Let's go here. I can just take and go Knight E2, and then I think I have F4. Knight E2 is also playable as well. This Queen C7. Of course, I play Knight E2, pressure the pawn, and now I can just take. And then I get Knight F5. I also have E5. It's starting to look very, very bad for my opponent. See what Chagayev does here. This is, of course, the Russian Grandmaster who moved to Spain. Takes is what he plays. I think that's a mistake, by the way. Question is, which knight do I take with? I don't know which knight. I guess I'll take with this one. So I figure this knight has more scope from F3, maybe, but I'm not sure. Thank you so much to Jake for the 28-month resub. Thank you so much. Knight G4 looks very wrong to me somehow. There might be some E5s here. There's something wrong with this move, but can I actually prove it is the question. I could just play Rook D1 too. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Rook D1 here. I think that's a mistake. I think I should have played Knight F5 right away, actually. It's Rook E8. I mean, I have Knight F5 again. I also have H3. Maybe just H3 and Knight D2. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Knight D2 and F4. That's my idea. Got F4 to hit the Knight, F4, F4 and E5. And this is looking very, very good for me, objectively. If I go F4, what's his move? I just have to be careful there are no tricks here. But I have F4. Yeah, I'm going to play F4, attack the Knight. Probably going to scoop my king out of the way. If he sacks, he can sack. But this should be very good for me. There's also Queen C3 to line up something, too. Plays Queen D6, which... Actually, I kind of missed this move. I missed Queen D6 altogether. That's fairly embarrassing, although... Yeah, actually, I should never have missed that one. What the heck? Wait, but I have Queen C3... Although, I guess I'm giving up a pawn here. I've got Bishop G7, maybe. I missed Queen D6 altogether. I would never have played F4. But we'll see what happens. There's also Bishop B4, which could be dangerous. See what he does here. Thank you so much to David Isildur for the 26-month resub. Thank you so much, David Isildur. I'll pre-move the trade on D4 in case it happens. Okay, so he does go Bishop B4. So if I play Queen C2, he's going to go back. If I play Queen B3, if he goes back, I feel like there should be some way to... Queen E3 is also an option. I mean... Yeah, I don't like it, but I think... I think it's the best way to play this to try and win the game. I mean, he's low on time. I've got Knight F5 here. He takes. Of course, I take. Knight F5, Rook C1, E5 to open up the scope. I mean, it looks like I've got a massive attack here. I might not, but... Okay, that's just a blunder because Rook C... he's got Bishop C4, I guess. I could play E5, maybe. Yeah, actually, E5 looks very nice to open up the scope. Could have played King H2 maybe. I don't know if this was best, but my knight is jumping, and I think I'm in very, very good shape here. And it goes there. Of course, I go here on Knight D6, obviously. Knight D6, logical. Okay, so I'm in great shape to win the game. Let's play A4 to undermine everything. He's very low on time, too. H5, let's play H4. Goes Rook D8. Okay, so now I can always take if I want to. I'll also play like Queen C3, too. Just take the pawn, hit the knight. Yeah, it's kind of collapsing for my opponent in a very bad way. Okay, if I take, he's got Rook E2 or something. So I guess I'll just take with the Rook. Okay, now I can take on C6 if I want. I can also just go here, maybe. The F5 incoming, yeah, it's just so bad for him. Bishop C6 should just end the game pretty much, and... Just take. I also have Rook B1, maybe. Yeah, Rook B1 just to hit everything. Let's just take, and let's GG. All right, there we go. Another big win. Move to 5 out of 5. Good stuff. Let's see who else is playing. Thank you so much to Tim Cannon for the 42 months. Thank you to thank you so much to Hikaru for the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. See who Wesley's playing. Wesley is playing as I don't know. Wesley is actually just winning though, right? He's got all these pawns. So Wesley going to be 5 out of 5. Great game. I don't know. It wasn't great per se, but I think ultimately it was just too difficult for my opponent to play with no time. Okay, so Wesley's also going to be on 5 out of 5 here. I think it was a Trouter fan for the 10-month reset. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Is the prize money title Tuesday still the same? Yeah, it is $1,000. Yeah, it's $1,000 first prize, as always. H6 or Rook F7 and GG on the spot. Okay. Will I be commentating on my stream tomorrow? I don't know who's commentating. It obviously won't be me, but chess.com is so far behind it is less fun to watch. Could you delay your stream? Why would I delay my stream? Thank you so much to Mr. Nike for the 7 months. Huh? Daniel lost the game early to Eric Rosen, so yeah. Yeah. All right, who else is on 5 out of 5? Still quite a few people playing who are on 4. But keep rolling, you guys. We keep rolling. Thoughts on the chess.com statement? Yeah, I mean, I heard about it. Bobby probably dropped out because he drew a game and lost early, so yeah. Yeah. IMO, you have the best chess stream on Twitch. Well, as they say, the numbers never lie, so anyway, okay, what's going on here? This game should be a draw pretty soon after knight g3. Is Tyler 1 competing in the Isle of Man? Good one, you guys. I think he actually was smart. I think he stopped after losing his mind trying to gain a couple of points to get to 1500, which surprisingly is quite smart. I think he actually did stop, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I can obviously check, but I think he stopped, which was very, very smart. See, what happened is, like, his run-up was really, really good. His run-up was really good. Like, he was putting, like, 12 hours every day, and it felt like he was getting progression of, like, 100 points, 50, 100 points, whatever. And then he basically got stuck in the 14 to 1500 range, and he literally probably wasted, like, a month just to get over 1500. I think he's actually quite smart in that he realizes that, like, in order to keep improving every 100 points, the time is essentially going to double or triple at least. And that means he's gonna have to put in months and months and months of work, and obviously at the end of the day, you have to kind of, like, you got to pay the bills, you have to get back to your real job. So yeah, I mean, it's really smart of him to stop. So I think he realized when he got over 1500 that, like, that going from 1400 to 1500 took him, I think, at least one, maybe not exactly 1 month, but very close to a month. So all right, 1 game going, gonna be a draw. Let's see what else we have. So we're on 5 out of 5. I'm relieved that Tyler won't stop. No, well, I'm relieved for him, actually. I'm relieved that he stopped because, yeah, I mean, the amount of time he would have had to waste, and frankly, probably not see much improvement and hit the actual true wall in about 100, 200 points would have been really, really, I mean, just mentally would have been very, very unpleasant. Very unpleasant. So, all right. Okay, waiting for game number 6. Still 5th round going on. Berlin draw versus Wesley incoming. I mean, anything's possible. You never know. Thank you to Hunish for the 36-month reset. Thank you to Hunish. How are there 50 people on 5 out of 5? That's a good question. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. I don't know.